In today's lecture, we are going to start with the fourth unit of machine learning, which is nothing but a Naive Bayes and support vector machine. So this unit is divided into two parts, that is Naive Bayes and support vector machine. And in Naive Bayes, we can see this Bayes theorem, Naive Bayes classifier, how to implement Naive Bayes in scikit-learn. In that, three methods are there, that is Bernoulli Naive Bayes, multinomial Naive Bayes and Gaussian Naive Bayes. After that, in second part, we are going to see the support vector machine. In that, we are going to see various how it is to be implemented, that is given over here, that we are going to see. So we are going to start with this Naive Bayes first. So what is the Naive Bayes? It is a classification technique based on the Bayes theorem with an assumption of independence among predictors. In simple term, we can define it as Naive Bayes classifiers assumes that the presence of a particular feature in a class is unrelated to the presence of any other feature. So this can be explained with the help of this example. How the particular feature from the class is to be classified. Okay, so how it is to be classified? The given example can predict this. A fruit may be considered to be an apple if it is red, round and about 3 inches in diameter, right? So means fruit को हम लोग एप्पल बोल सकते हैं कब? If it is red in color, round in shape and 3 inches in diameter. Okay. Now if what this Naive Bayes doing, each feature Naive Bayes considering each feature separately to predict the class label for that fruit without existence of the other feature. Okay, so or without dependent on the other feature. So that can be explained like this. So even if these features depend on each other or upon the existence of the other features, all of these properties independently contribute to the property that this fruit is an apple, and that is why it is known as the Naive. We know that from all these three conditions we can say that that particular fruit is an apple, and all the features are dependent on each other and upon the existence of each other. But all of this property independently can contribute to the property that that particular fruit is an apple. Okay. So whatever I said, that is combinedly all the features can contribute that is an apple. And using the Naive Bayes what it does, particular one property without it is related to the other property can also be contribute to that it's an apple. So Naive Bayes model is easy to build and particularly useful for very large data sets. So along with simplicity, Naive Bayes is known as to outperform even highly sophisticated classification method. It can be considered as a very highly sophisticated classification method. Okay. Now what is the meaning of classification? Means we are giving the class labels to the unknown data present in the data set. Class labels in the sense we can consider one example, like if we are considering the data set of student, in that percentage is given and we have to find out the class for that. Okay, so we know that we have to build a model so whose percentage is above 60, then we can consider it as a first class, right? Above 65 we can give the class label as distinction, right? So this is nothing but the class label we are applying to that particular data, right? So that class label can be given by using Naive Bayes also. So Naive Bayes we can consider as one of the technique by which we can provide class labels to the unknown data. So Bayes theorem provides a way of calculating posterior probability. Now we tell that in Navy Bayes uses the Bayes theorem. So what is that Bayes theorem? That is to calculate the posterior probability we use the Bayes theorem. So what is that? So probability of C divided by X is equals to probability of X divided by C. हम लोग इसे read कैसे करते हैं? So we can consider probability of C means what? Class prior probability is given. P of X means what? Predictor prior probability is given. And what is this? Posterior probability means what? We have to find out the class probability given the predictor prior probability. So this is the formula for that, right? So we know that this formula. So P of C by X is the posterior probability of target class given the predictor class, right? So probability of C is the prior probability of class, and this is the likelihood, which is the probability of predictor given class, and P of X is the prior probability of predictor. So how it can be implemented, that we will see using this example. So it will that particular example will be clear to you. So for example, classes given here are that we can compute from the Bayes computer as class C1. We can consider Bayes computer is equals to अगर S है, then we give the class label as C1. Okay. Now C2 class label we can consider as Bayes computer is equals to no. Okay. So two class labels we are considering yes and no, or C1 and C2. So for this data sample we have to find out the class probability. Okay, so what is the data sample for which we have to find out the probability? That is X is equals to, age is less than equals to 13, income is equals to medium, student is equals to S, and credit rating is equals to fair. For this we have to calculate the class label. So here already the class label is given. From this we have to build a model, or we have to apply that posterior probability to calculate the class label for this unknown data. Okay. So what we require for that, this formula we have to apply over there. So we require the prior probability of this Bayes computer is equals to yes and Bayes computer is equals to no. So how we can calculate that? P of C1, that is probability of Bayes computer is equals to yes. How we can find it out? There are total 14 entries are given in this data set. From that 14 entries, 9 are the Bayes computer is equals to yes. So that's why we can calculate the probability of Bayes computer is equals to yes is equals to 9 by 14, which is nothing but 0.643. Same we can calculate for the Bayes computer is equals to no. So Bayes computer is equals to no, here we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 out of 14. So 5 out of 14, that is nothing but the 0.356. Now we have to compute the probability of X divided by this class label for each class, right? Now for each class means all this we have to consider separately. Age is less than equals to 30, and for that we have to check Bayes computer is equals to yes or Bayes computer is equals to no. Same, income is equals to medium, separately we have to consider, and after that we have to combine it. Okay, so here we can see first we will see age is less than equals to 30 and Bayes computer is equals to S. So what will be the probability? So Bayes computer is equals to S कितने हैं? 9. From that age group less than equal to 30 कितने हैं? That is see here age group less than equals to 30, यहाँ पे no है, यहाँ पे देखो less than equals to 30 no, less than equals to 30 yes 1. So less than equals to 30 yes 2. So 2 out of 9 means 0.222. This is the probability. Same we have to calculate for the age less than equals to 30 and Bayes computer is equals to no. So that will be 3 by 5, because Bayes computer is equals to no कितने times है? 5 times. From that age group less than equals to 30 के लिए कितने हैं? 3. Clear? So same we have to find out for the income is equals to medium, Bayes computer is equals to S. If income is medium, Bayes computer is equals to no, what will be the probability? So that is given over here. that we have already calculated. Same here, student is equals to yes, बाइस कंप्यूटर इज इक्वल्स टू yes and बाइस कंप्यूटर इज इक्वल्स टू no के लिए हमें फाइंड आउट करना है. सेम फॉर क्रेडिट रेटिंग फेयर, बाइस कंप्यूटर yes and बाइस कंप्यूटर no के लिए we have to find out. So we have finded the probability for all the classes over here for each class. Okay, now we have to combine all this to find out the final probability of our data, right? So how we can find it out? That is x is equals to क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पे, age is less than equals to 30, income is equals to medium, student is equals to yes and credit rating is equals to fair, multiplied by probability of x divided by ci, which is nothing but probability of x सच दैट बाइस कंप्यूटर इज इक्वल्स टू एस. हम लोग कैसे निकालेंगे? सभी यहाँ के बाइस कंप्यूटर इज इक्वल्स टू एस का मल्टीप्लिकेशन करके. सेम प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ एक्स डिवाइडेड बाय बाइस कंप्यूटर इज इक्वल्स टू नो का कैसे निकालेंगे? सभी की प्रोबेबिलिटी कंसिडर करके, नो वाले की, राइट, उसका मल्टीप्लिकेशन करके. उसके बाद फाइनली व्हाट वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट, प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ एक्स given ci multiplied by probability of ci, which is nothing but probability of Bayes computer is equals to yes multiplied by probability of Bayes computer is equals to yes, right? So क्या हो जाएगा वो? So probability of x divided by Bayes computer is equals to x क्या है हमारा? That is 0.044 and probability of Bayes computer is equals to yes क्या है? 0.643. So multiplication of that two will be 0.028. Okay, same for this, Bayes computer is equals to no. So from this we can conclude that किसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी ज़्यादा है? दैट इज़ यस वाले की प्रोबेबिलिटी ज़्यादा है. सो देयरफॉर वी कैन से दैट पर्टिकुलर सैम्पल एक्स बिलोंग्स टू द क्लास बाइस कंप्यूटर इज इक्वल्स टू यस. Clear? So this is how we can find out the class label to the unknown data by using the Navi-Bayes classifier. So Navi-Bayes uses a similar method to predict the probability of different class based on the various attributes. This algorithm is mostly used in text classification and with problems having multiple classes. Now we will see the advantages and disadvantages of this Navi-Bayes. So advantages, it is easy to implement and fast to predict the data of the test data set. It also performs well in multi-class predictions also. Second is that when assumption of independence holds, a Navi classifier performs better compared to the model like logistic regression. It performs well in case of categorical input variables compared to the numerical one. Now what are the disadvantages? If the categorical variable has a category that is not present in the test data set but that is present in the if the categorical variable has the category which is present in the test data set but which is not present in the training data set, so for that it will give the category as 0, so 0 frequency. So this can be solved by using the smoothing technique also. One of the best smoothing technique that can be used is the Laplace estimation. Second disadvantages is that Navi-Bayes is also known as a bad estimator, so the probability outputs from predict probability are not to be taken into account sometimes. Another limitation of Navi-Bayes is that assumption of independent predictors. In real life, it is almost impossible that we get a set of predictors which are completely independent. So this is all about the Navi-Bayes. In next also we will see the application of Navi-Bayes. So where this Navi-Bayes gets useful in real-time prediction. Navi-Bayes is an eager learning classifier and it is sure fast, thus it could be used for making prediction in real time. Multi-class prediction, then text classification, spam filtering and sentiment analysis के लिए यूज़ होता है. then recommendation system के लिए. In next lecture, we will see the navy bias in scikit-learn, how we can implement using 3 different variants. So if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for today.